I'd echo the same remarks about Senator Warner and Senator Nunn. Nice to have you back. You haven't changed a bit, either one of you. The Director of National Intelligence, Clapper, stated on February 12th, and this is a quote, he said, "Looking back over my now more than a half century in intelligence, I've not experienced a time when we've been beset by more crises and threats around the globe. And based on what I've seen and heard in many travels over the years, I think that's exactly right. Yet over the last few years, massive cuts to our military, our national security, including $500 billion cut before sequestration took effect, have resulted in deep decline in military readiness and capabilities. We know what's happened in the Navy and the Air Force and the Army in terms of the cuts in strength, and it's something that's disturbing. And I think particularly the speech that was made yesterday by Secretary Hagel, and I'm going to read one of the quotes that I wrote down. It said, "American dominance on the seas, in the skies, and in space can no longer be taken for granted." I never thought I'd see that, but that was a statement. And even though the recent budget deal provided some minor sequester relief, our military is still subject to nearly $77 billion in sequester cuts in 2014 and 15. And protecting the United States is more than just a resource levels, however. Resourcing must directly address the threats that we face using an effective and comprehensive strategy. Instead, the President and his administration continue to base their strategy and justify cutting national security spending on the naive world view that, quote, and these are quotes, "the tide of the war is receding and al-Qaeda is on the run and on a path to defeat." If you look across the Middle East and Northern Africa, we know better than that. Even the top intelligence official, Director Clapper, told us during testimony that al-Qaeda isn't on the run and instead is morphing and franchising. Tragically, this is what happens when strategy is driven by hope rather than reality. We need to be addressing, we've talked about this before, and I won't go into any detail now as I was going to, but in terms of the defense acquisition process, making sense of a convoluted and cumbersome acquisition process and instituting common sense reforms will be a vital step towards maximizing taxpayer dollars and delivering necessary technology on budget and on schedule. I'm also deeply concerned about recent headlines that depict ethical and leadership failings of some of our military leaders. I know firsthand that the vast majority of our military cadre are strong and ethical leaders who serve our nation with distinction. However, the failings of some have the potential to undermine the service of the rest. I expect the Secretary of Defense, the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and all of the senior officers to renew their commitment to integrity and to firmly address failures in a transparent manner. Now, if confirmed, the nominees today will be responsible for addressing these challenges, and I look forward to the hearing. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you so much, Senator Inhofe.